Service too.
Good morning and welcome to Smart Service 365 TV. I'm Denver and I'm going to be taking you through our web-based scheduling program that's called Smart Service 365. Now before I get started, I want you to know when you're ready to schedule your demo, you can come here to smartservice.com/Denver. Come right down here, click the yellow button, and you can schedule a personalized demo for you and any member of your company, and we can go through and address all your questions that you have about the program. Now to start off, I'm going to take you back to our dispatch board. I like to think of this as our brain of the program. You can do about 85-90% of your work here. And I'm going to go through some features on the dispatch board, and then we're going to get a little more in depth, and I'm going to show you how to build up a quote and a work order, show you a few other features within the program, and then we'll get into invoicing and QuickBooks Online integration.
Yeah.
Now, right now, I'm sure you can see all my appointment blocks here, and they're all color-coded a little differently. Right now, I have that set to color by status. And you can see the color legend right over here. It's real straightforward, en route, arrive, working, completed. And the blocks will change colors as your technicians in the field input if they're on their way to a job or working or completed and so on. This is a great way for you to keep track of the status of a job and can definitely help you with scheduling as far as knowing, this job's about done or maybe just started a little late. So you're going to need to push his next appointment out an hour. Say we needed to do that for Neri down here, but in the reverse. Say we want to take this Harvey Peterson job and move it up a little closer because we have all this space in here. All you have to do to move any of the appointments in here is click and drag. Now you can also do this manually down here with the move option, and you can get different days, ahead an hour, back an hour. Pretty straightforward. Now I want to come over here and show you my two different departments. You can have as many departments as you want in the program. They don't have to be called sales and service. They'll be whatever you want them to be called. And I'm going to come down to Jess, who I love to pick on. Now you can text message him directly from the system. This is great because you don't have to pull out your phone and be like, hey, where's Jess's number? You can also navigate on Google Maps. You can see his appointments for the day. I'm going to show you that here in a map view. He just has the one right now. But this is really helpful when you need a visual for scheduling. I'm going to close it out here. We have another map option, also very helpful for scheduling, and it's our current GPS location of your technician. This is great because if you put a job up and you see, Jess is way out here and the job's way down here, you might want to reset it for Neri, which you can do with that click and drag. It's very easy. Now, I know a lot of you have jobs that the customer will call you and cancel last minute and say, I don't know when I need the work done, but I still need it done. Or some of my HVAC people are waiting on parts to come in, so they have to put a job on pause. We have a solution for that. It's called our waiting list. And if you come right down here, you can see it. I have all these jobs right down here. And it's really easy to search. You can just start typing someone in. Say, start typing Andy because he came to mind. And you can just click the job when you're ready to reschedule it and give it to whomever. There it pops for Scott. Now to put it there in the first place, all you have to do is come to status and hit waiting list. And that way you won't have to spend time rebuilding your work order or your quote, or whatever the case may be for your customer. You're just going to have that information already preset. So you're not going to have to waste valuable minutes, multiple times a day going through that. That's really what 365 is all about. It's about saving you time. All right. I'm going to come back here to Jess, favorite technician to pick on, and I'm going to create a quote. Now I'm going to click and drag a block. It can be whatever you like. And it's going to give you the option of quote, work order, or just appointment. We'll start out with a quote. Now here's the part we're going to fill in our information. Of course, you need a customer name for it. Now you can create a new. I'll show you what that screen looks like. It's real straightforward. I'm sure you all have seen something similar before. Customer information. But we do have a way to tag customers over here with customer type. So if you wanted just residential, you could do that, or commercial. If I can spell, apparently I can't. Or whatever the case may be. And this is a custom field, so you can put anything in here you want. If you want to track irritating customers, I know some of you do, you can do that. You can do a similar function down here with the tags option too. Now, I know some of you run ad campaigns, either on the radio, the TV, the internet, maybe through Facebook. And they're not cheap. And everybody wants to know if it's worth it. You can track that right here with our source option. Now, I have some presets in here like Facebook or radio ad. But again, you can make a custom field of whatever you want it to be. And anywhere you see this plus mark in the system, that holds true. You can make your own custom field. All right, I'm not going to create a whole new customer because I'd have to pull up an address and fill it all in. So I'm going to use one of my presets. Let's go with Doug. Now we have a note section here too. So if you need to add a little something for your guy in the field, you can do that right there. And we're going to need a job description. Something to make sure that all your jobs are called the same thing. It's important. Let's see, it's Tuesday. Tuesday 23. Now, if I didn't like where I pulled the block, I can manually reset the time, which is very handy. Got this nice, easy to use little clock, does hours and minutes. Close that out. You can add crews, select windows for your appointment, priority level, type. I'm just going to save it as is. And there's our quote. Now your technician in the field is going to have an update of this in real time. But just to make sure that they got it, because not everybody checks their schedule out in the field all the time. They get busy, they get forgetful. You can right-click here and hit the Dispatch Now button. This will send a text message right here, Tech in the Field, basic information about the appointment, letting them know, hey, you have a new job. And that way they can't say, oh, I didn't see it. If you hover over these appointment blocks, you get this quick view as well. Basic information, so you don't have to pop it open if you just need some general information about the appointment. And you also have the Open Customer tab right here. Click that and you can open your customer. You can do the same thing for your employee too. Come back to Jess and open the employee. And I want to show you an employee function that we have, because I do get this question a lot. What are my guys in the field going to be able to do in the system? What are they going to be able to see in the system? I'll show you Jess's. This is very different than my view. These are his permissions right here. And as you can see, he only has about a third of them, if that. Mine is an administrator view, so I have everything enabled. And I can see line item pricing as well. I have it set that Jess can see that as well, but if you wanted to, and I do get this question a lot, yes, you can turn off the line item pricing. All right, if you're just joining us right now, I want to let you know that when you're ready to schedule a demo, or if I didn't cover anything, or something rather that you wanted to get into in a little more depth, you can come over here to smartservice.com/Denver and schedule a demo. Just click right here and you can schedule a personalized demonstration with me. All right, let's go back to our quote, go into it. Open up the appointment block, there's our quote. And here is where we can add line items for the quote. And you can do a new item right here if you want. Same thing, you could start typing in and your list of line items, and it can be labor hours, flat rate, inventory items, whatever the case may be. We can accommodate all in the system. Start typing it in. And let's pick that part and save. Now, I know some of you have group items. You go out and do jobs, and you might require 12, 20, 100 different items required for one type of job. And you obviously don't want to put in 100 different type of items. You can come down here to New Item Group, hit this, hit OK, and you can pre-build your item groups. And it's going to automatically list out all those parts, or whatever the case may be, for that line item group. Now, if I want to send this quote out to a customer, I know a lot of times you'll need customer approval for a quote. Well, pretty much all the time. You can send it right here in a text message or an email. And I have pre-built emails, and you can build your own in the system, of course. Quote or finished work order, that sort of thing. Real straightforward. Now, you don't have to send the quote. If you just want to email them, you can hit the do not include quote, or without line item pricing. Now, I know some of you like to take images of work completed or work that's items that need to be worked on. We have the equipment tab for that. And in here, you can track location, manufacturer, model, warranty dates, service dates. Now, I'm not a real company, bear that in mind, so I don't have all this information to plug in. But we need a basic description right here. And right down here is where we would add an image in. Let's see, tankless water here. Pops right in there. And there is our new piece of equipment for that customer. And the great thing is, every time you add a piece of equipment, it'll tie directly to your customer. And your techs out in the field are going to have access to that. So they're not going to have to call you back in the office and say, hey, was this worked on, or was it the third unit? And they won't have to ask when it was serviced last, because we have this feature here that says service today. It's going to give you a timestamp and who serviced it. Now, let's say the customer approves, they're ready to get the work done. You can come down here and turn this into a work order with a click, say work order and OK. And here's your work order. All your information populated in. Your equipment is all right there. Now, if they needed to pull previous history out in the field for a customer and you don't want them to call you, I know this happens to a lot of you, they can get the previous work orders and quotes right here for the customer. They can also get directions on Google Maps to the job as well. All right. At the top here, when they're on their way to a job, this is where they would hit the en route, arrived, working, and completed option. And they would go through all of these, and it would change the color block back in the office for you, really anywhere in the program in real time. The en route option is also going to notify your customer in a text message that your technician's on the way. All right, let's say this job is completed. I'm going to turn it into an invoice with a click of a button right down here. I'm going to reload that real quick. Sorry, my internet's running a little slow. I think I have too many tabs open. There we go. We can go back into the quote. There's our work order. And we're going to invoice it again. There we go. Hit OK. And you have an invoice. And you can take payment right down here. And when it's paid and invoiced out, you can send it directly to QuickBooks. And you don't have to double enter. So it's going to save you a lot of time on the back end, back in the office. So if you're currently taking work orders, turning them into invoices, and then manually entering them into QuickBooks or some other system, it's going to eliminate that for you. All right. Close this out here. Now I did want to show you our customers real quick. This is a grid view of your customers. It's very similar to the grid view that you would get at quotes, work orders, or invoices. And all these fields you can apply filters to. So if you're looking for a specific type of customer, you can come over here and say, I just want to see my commercials. Do that. And you can apply multiple filters and they will stack on top of each other. And then you can pull a report in whatever screen you're at of the information that you've just searched. Again, if you're just joining us right here at the end, you can go to smartservice.com/Denver and schedule a demonstration with me right here. And we can take a more personalized look at 365 and show you how it can save you time and a lot of money in your current business. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.